Hello students, today I am here to show you how to write a C++ program with constructor and destructor. So following are the types which we are going to see in the program. The first is default constructor, then parameterized constructor, then constructor with default arguments, then next we have as a copy constructor, and the last and the important part is constructor and destructor with new and delete operators. So we are going to perform this. We are going to write code for this, and we will be checking that how it works. Okay, so let us go to the actual coding. So here I have one program which is ready with empty main function. So I'll start writing over here. So I will start with a class demo, which will have this class will have demonstration of constructors. Okay, so as the name of the class is demo, what are the main features or main things which you should remember about any constructor is the constructor do not have the return type. So whatever is name of the class, the same name we have to use for the constructor. And the first constructor type which we will be using is default constructor. Okay, so here uh, I will write keyword public because it is always necessary that you should have constructor in public section, and in private section of the class what we do, we declare the variable. So integer a comma b I have declared two variables, and in public section I am starting with the default constructor. Okay, so in this constructor what I'm going to do is I'll be assigning values for a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20. So I'm assigning default value to it. Let us write one more function void display which will display the contents of this a and b. So cout value of a is, and then we will display a value, and then endl for new line. Let us display value of b, value of b is. So here we'll display b contents. So as we are in member function, we don't need to we can access private members directly. So here I'm writing display a, display b, and then new line. Okay, so I am assigning 10 and 20 by default constructor. Now let us go to, I think this is the extra bracket I have written. So this is a demo constructor which is default constructor, not having any parameter, not having any return type. Then a equal to 10, b equal to 20. In display I'm displaying value of a and b. Let us go to the main function now. This main function is not having anything. Let us declare object of type demo. So demo is a name of a class. So I will declare object of this demo obj1 and semicolon. Now when I am creating this object, when I'll run, automatically constructor will be called, and then it will call the constructor automatically. Let us see. Let us call this obj1 dot display so that we will check what are the contents of object1. So here I will add one more comment, cout object1. So these are the contents for object1. That's why. Okay, let us save this and try to run this project. Build project first. Let us see if there are any errors. No errors. Go to run and run the project. So here you can see output as object1 contains value of a is 10, value of b is 20. So this is what the default constructor is. So what we have done, we have assigned default values to private data members. So this is not having any parameter, not having any return type. So um, the things which you should remember is it should be written in public section. Okay, it invoked automatically when the object is declared. Now let us see the second type, and the second type is parameterized constructor. So parameterized constructor. Okay, so name should be same as that of class. No return type should be there, right? Into bracket I will write integer x comma integer y because I want to set value to my private data members through this constructor. So in this I will say a is equal to x and b is equal to y. So what I am doing here, this constructor is called as a parameterized constructor. It has parameters, two parameters. I have two variables in the class. So I am assigning values to these variables by using these parameters which I am passing to it. Now everything else will remain same because we want to display the contents of the object, a specific object. So here when this object is declared as demo obj1, then it will call the default constructor because it is not having any parameter and it will assign value 10 and 20 to it. But when I will write object declaration now as obj2 into bracket 11 comma 12. Okay, so it will call the second constructor which is parameterized constructor. It is having two parameters with it. Okay, so now let us see how it will show the output. Now I want to show output for object 2. So I will copy these two lines, cout and object 1. So I will modify it as this is object 2 contents and object 2 dot display. So it will display the contents of object 2. Let us see now. We will build the project first. Then we will run. Just check it out. So object 1 value of a is 10, value of b is 20. Okay, because object 1 is using default constructor. This object 2 value of a is 11 and value of b is 12. Why? Because here we are passing this 11 and 12 and this second parameterized constructor is called which is assigning this x and y values to our members, the class member variables. Okay, now the third thing we have, it is a constructor with default value. So how to give default value? So here we have parameterized constructor. Here we will assign y is equal to 0 and this is called as a default value. So if I am passing two values to this particular function, it will copy both the values to a and b. But if I am passing only one value, that one value will be copied to x and this 0 value will be used by y. Let us see how. We will declare one more object, that is obj3, and we will pass only one value, that is 55. Okay, so which function it will call? It will call same function, but it will use default value which is given for y. So let us see what are the contents of third object which we have created. Let us modify this contents object 3 and this object 3 dot display. Now let us save this and build the project and let us check the output what it is giving. No errors, so just run. You can see here after running what output we are getting. So here the object one value is 10 and 20 because it is by using the default constructor. Object 2 is having 11 12 because here we are setting it as 11 and 12, and for object 3 it has used 55 as value to a, but for assigning value to b, this y is not having any value, so y is equal to 0, this default value is used. So this is how default constructor works. So it completes three types of constructor. The first is default constructor, the second is parameterized constructor, and third type is parameterized constructor with default value. Now the last one is copy constructor. So what is copy constructor? As the name is given, it copies values of other objects. Okay, so let us start with that. This is the third type of constructor. We are writing the name of the class, then into bracket we have to pass the object. So object of which type? The same object which will be created by demo class, and a reference to the object and the name of the object. Okay, why constant I am using here? So that the value of this must be unchanged. Okay, so I want to retain value of this object, that's why I've used constant. Then demo is name of the class because I'm passing the object, the type of the variable is must, and reference of that object I'm passing, that's why and %p1. Now let us see how values are copied. Now a is equal to p1 dot a, so p1 is a object, so this p1 variables we can access as p1 dot a and p1 dot b. So b is equal to p1 dot b. So what I am doing, I have received this particular object, I am copying that object to my class object, class variables, that means the current object which I wish to create. Now how I am going to declare object of this type? Let us see. Demo, then I want to create one more object obj4, but it should be equal to obj1 contents. So whatever contents are there for object 1, those will be copied to object 4. Now when I'm declaring object 4 and saying it is equal to object 1, this object 1 will be passed to this constructor, which is third type of constructor, copy constructor. Okay, and this object 1 values will be copied to this p1, and whatever value that object 1 is having, it will get copied to the object 4. Now let us see, we have declared the object, then let us see content of fourth object. So let us call this display with object 4. This is obj4 dot display. Now let us see whether there are any errors. So which values object 4 should have? The object 1 value. See, object 1 has content 10 and 20. Object 2 has 11 and 12 because we have passed 11 and 12. Object 3, it is having 55 and 0. Now object 4 is getting values of object 1 because we have written object 4 equal to object 1, and because of this copy constructor is called. Okay, now this is what a demonstration for these three types of constructor, and one more addition, that is default value, default argument, constructor with a default argument. Okay, now what is next? Next we have as next topic is constructor and destructor with new and delete operator. What is use of new operator? Is to allocate memory dynamically. And what is use of delete? It is reverse, deallocate the memory which we have allocated by using new. Let us see one sample program which will show use of this. For this purpose, let us say this. Now here I am again declaring a class by name demo. In private section I am taking two variables. One is a character string s, where the size of string is not specified, and then integer variable size. In public section, I am writing a parameterized constructor which is having parameter as a string temp. Temp is a string I am passing to this. Now size is a variable which has a length of this temp. So whatever string I will be passing to this constructor, this size variable will contain the size of that string. Then I will allocate memory by using a new keyword here. So s is equal to, s is a character string, but we don't know its length. We are going to allocate by using new operator. So s equal to new character into bracket size plus 1. Why size plus 1? We always do it size plus 1 to uh, add the null character. We need one more space. That's why size plus 1. So here I am allocating size for s as size of temp plus 1 by using new. Then I am copying string copy this temp to s. After reserving memory for s, I am copying this temp string to the string s by using strcpy. So you can observe here I am using strlen, then strcpy. So for that purpose I have added this header c string. So hash include c string is necessary when we are using string functions. Now to understand it clearly, I have added two statements. One is the value of s is, and I am displaying value of s. That means whatever string I am passing, that should be copied to s. And then I am writing I am in constructor. So whenever we will declare the object, this constructor will be called automatically, and you should understand that it is called now. That's why I have added this statement. Then destructor. So this is a special sign which is used tiled. This is a used to indicate that this is a destructor. Now what is destructor? Destructor is used to destruct or deallocate the memory which is allocated previously by using either a new operator or say dynamic memory allocation. So whether it is always necessary to use destructor, so when we are not allocating it by using operators like new, this compiler automatically deallocates the memory whatever we have used once that object is out of scope. So this is when constructor is called when we are declaring the object. So when destructor will be called, when destructor will be called when uh, there is scope of the object is finished. Scope means what? Either that object is exited from the block, exited from the function, exited from the program. At that time this destructor is called. So see out here I am specifically mentioning because I wish to know when this destructor is called. So I am writing here I am in destructor, and delete is an operator which is used to deallocate or destruct the string s. Okay, so let us see the main function. In main function I am just declaring a character string which is having a string hello, and I am declaring the object of demo type. Demo is name of class, then d1, and I am passing that c string, that is hello string, to it. So what will happen when I am declaring this object? This constructor will be called and s will get the contents. Okay, and return 0. That's it. We have only declaration of the object and passing of a string to it. Let us see how it works. See the output. The value of s is hello. So this line is executed. That means whatever string we are passing to this uh, parameterized constructor, that value is copied to s. So I am passing hello, so hello will be copied to s. I am in constructor, so this line is also executed. So when it is called, when I am declaring the object d1. Okay, at that time it is called. Now the last line which is displayed here, I am in destructor. So when it is called, when the scope of this object is finished, the destructor is automatically called. Okay, so this is how it works. The dynamic allocation using new operator and memory deallocation by using delete operator. Similar way you can use this constructor and destructor in your program. So this completes the explanation of all the types which we have discussed, all five types.